opening up to just that one person you believe you could benefit from, then do that. That's like the best advice I could give.
Episode number 41 of She Thought She Could podcast. I'm still a little snuffy, pollen and allergies and stuff going, but needless to say, I'm here and I'm excited for you to hear this interview. I have a very special guest, Miss Shanita Jackson. She was on the show before. She was on episode number 26, which had the most listens for 8 consecutive weeks. 8 consecutive weeks, and so much feedback, so much engagement from that episode. So I just wanted to shout out Shanita and bring her back on the show, let her tell us what's new, how things are going, and kind of dive a little deeper into some things as it relates to dealing with trauma and how you can move forward based on the feedback. People wanted to hear more, and she has some special news for us also. So I am excited. Before you listen to this interview, I want you to pause for a second. Pause, share this podcast, and after you get done, rate and review so other people can get in on this greatness. Without further ado,
y'all, we are cracking up. So I'm excited to be in person, like literally in the flesh, with Shanita. If you have been on the wave of the podcast for give or take 6 months, 7 months, 5 months, something like that, you know who Shanita is. She did an interview back in September, and oddly enough, it was my most listened to episode for 8 weeks consecutively. It may have been like 10 weeks, but I can guarantee that it was for 8 straight weeks. So that's like amazing. Like, shouts out to her for just transparently sharing, for sharing it with people, just for all of that. So shouts out to her. Whoop whoop. But I'm excited to have her back, and I'm excited to talk about some other things. And if you want to, you can pause this and go back and listen to that episode, and then come back and let me know how you feel about it. So we're gonna jump right into it. Shanita, what is new since the last time we chatted? Like,
multiple things. For one, I'm not a Muntie any longer. Kind of sad about that, but excited to be child free.
okay.
Also working on a couple projects. Living my best life.
Okay. Yes, girl. Come on, living your best life.
Living my best life. Enjoying life to the fullest. Doing things that Shanita want to do, not what everybody else wants Shanita to be doing. So
that's cool.
It's going real good.
That's dope. That's real dope. Awesome. I'm happy for you. So how are you? Like how are you? And I know that's like a vague question, but how are you?
I am doing wonderful, actually.
Okay, that's good.
Doing wonderful. Life is going really good. A lot of good things going on. A lot of good things in the making. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So based on some feedback, you were doing a great job of sending me some feedback. I got some people to shoot some emails with feedback, and so trying to like cluster all of that together, people want to know more. So can you give us just like more as it relates to like accepting your past? How has that helped you? How do you feel as a result of accepting your past and healing and embracing all of that good stuff? So how does that feel?
Okay, I'm gonna try to chop all of that up.
Okay,
because that question was
a lot.
It was a little in depth.
Okay.
So how has my past helped me as of now? I would have to say that once I grew up and kind of took a moment to look back on the past, like, man, it's this church song say, as I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly say that I am beyond blessed.
Yes.
So my past really, really helped cultivate just a lot of, the way that I look at life, my perspectives, the actions that I take, how I think about things. It just has really been tremendously a blessing for me to be able to go back and say, dang, that happened, but now I can move forward into something greater. That was, some of that was kind of bad, but guess what? Now here I'm good. So the past it was definitely needed to be able to go back and be like, dang, okay, I went through this, this, but now I'm able to flourish and strive.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So from that, I'm just gathering that whatever your past might be, like accepting that and moving forward, because past looks different for everyone, especially as it relates to like trauma. Your trauma could be physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, neglect, poverty. There's so many different things that could have happened to you, but we often just like overlook it, don't ever accept it, and don't realize how it affects our adulthood. So Shanita's transparency has really just kind of even made me like go back and look at some things and like, wow, that happened, and that's how that affected me. So like I said earlier in the beginning, if you want to know a little more in depth about that, definitely go back and listen to that episode. Not gonna replay it right now, but I do want to ask this part, like, has it hindered you at all? Like, has it changed any relationships? Has it disconnected you from anyone? Is there anything like that has happened as a result of you just accepting some things that happen and being out with your traumas?
I laugh when you say that. Has it hindered me, especially when you say relationships? I would have to say that my past has hindered me to a certain degree when it came to dealing with certain relationships, especially intimate relationships. I didn't always give 100% of Shanita because I was so worried about like, dang, this happened in the past, and if I do that, then this might happen, or if I don't do that, then this may not happen, and I want it to happen, so I'm gonna do what it takes. For example, I didn't grow up with my father, and I was sexually molested as a teenager, and so me and sex was like not on the same wave. Like, nah, dog, I ain't doing that. That ain't my life.
Right.
I'm good on that. And as I dated an individual that I really, really cared about, my thing was, dang, I don't want to be intimate with this person. I'm gonna try to keep that, because I don't like that. I think that's like so disgusting. And but then like because I wanted the relationship so bad, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get down and dirty because this is what this person really want.
Right.
So I would say it definitely hindered me in some of those ways. And then just like dealing with low self-esteem, it also hindered me a lot because even though I was always this bubbly person to, meet people and be social and just, oh my God, life is great and these people are so amazing. I still, in the back of my mind or in my head, I still was kind of like, dang, man, I don't want to talk to them, or I'm not good enough. I don't look like this person and the next person. Dang, my friend over here flourishing. Dang, this person over here doing that, and I ain't doing that. Like, so it definitely hindered me in some ways. But like I said, I'm glad just for being able to now be able to say I went through and I came out.
That's awesome. Like, wow. Just being able to address all of that and being able to say it, that's like strength in itself. So I'm like astonished. So do you have any advice for listeners who may be like silently suffering from past traumas? And when I say silently suffering, I mean they have made it to the point where they understand things have happened that have hindered them. So like they realize like, I have low self-esteem because, or I cannot move forward with my dreams because, or I'm always comparing myself because. However, they're silently suffering. So they haven't talked to anyone about that. They haven't really like gotten comfortable with it for themselves, and so they're still suffering. Do you have like any just advice as it relates to like from your profession as a social worker and or from your personal life?
I would definitely say get a support system. And I'm able to say that from the social work side of me and the personal side of me. It is so important. I tell my clients every day, like, okay, let's sit down. I know you got one friend, or even if it's the man down the street that you just say hey to.
Right.
We need him to like begin to be in your corner.
Right.
And help you out with like whatever it is you need help with. And not only that, don't be afraid to speak out. If that means, opening up to just that one person you believe you could benefit from, then do that. That's like the best advice I could give. And man, don't be afraid to write down your thoughts too. Like I got too many diaries for days.
Yes, journals.
Too many for days. My phone is my journal. I got about 10 books as my journal. Like my cousin, man, every year she know I love the journal, so every single year, like, she would buy me a journal. That would be one of my Christmas gifts from her. And shout out to her, because man, that saved me a whole lot. Like,
That's dope.
Write down all my thoughts, what's really going on. So yeah, support, write down, reach out, speak out, do all of that.
Ooh, so y'all got a lot of nuggets on how to deal with silently suffering and just coming one with yourself. So we're gonna change gears just a little bit, and I mean I've been watching you a little on Facebook, chatting it up with you a little bit on different platforms. So 5 months ago, I don't know if this was in the making or not, I'm not sure, but I hear you got some projects going on. So can you share a little bit about that and kind of let us in on what's going on?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Like, can we have a snippet?
A real quick snippet.
Yeah.
I'm currently working on a book. That's one of my main projects that I got kind of on the surface now. Can't give you too much.
Okay.
But it's coming soon.
Okay, awesome. That's dope. That's good. A book. Okay. Can we get some can we get like a sneak peek? Like what is the book about? Like what can we look for in the book? Like, what's up with the book? Like,
so I mean, it's definitely about just this journey that we call life. Some of my experiences and lessons that I've learned from those experiences. So you're gonna get a little bit more of who Shanita is, kind of like where she came from, how she really maneuvered through this thing that we call life. So look for that. Be on the lookout for that.
Okay, we're on the lookout. Okay, we need to be on the lookout. Spring, summer, fall. Let me stop. I'm asking too many questions.
You are.
Okay. Let me get back in my little zone. Let me get back in my zone. So, how can listeners connect with you after today? Like, what's your favorite platform for them to connect with you on? If you want connections.
I don't know. No, just kidding. Definitely look me up on Facebook, SJ Jackson, or Instagram, which is sj.warrior. Those are the most two platforms that I'm pretty much on. And then, I mean, maybe if you get to know me, I may just give you my number so that you can stay in touch. It just really all depends. No, but you could definitely reach me on Facebook. And don't have a Twitter, but Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. So I'll link those in the show notes so that you can follow Shanita's journey, because apparently it's a great journey. She had a lot of listens, and not just listens from people that she shared it with, but it was just a very popular podcast. And so I'm just excited that you took the time to come back and talk to me again.
Thank you.
I'm excited that I got to meet you in person before this. You came to my Unleash event,
which was amazing.
And I am so glad you're part of the reason why it's going to happen again, because
awesome.
I was like about to throw it in trash can.
No, don't do that. Unleash was the bomb. I want everybody to go. Just everybody, their mama. Bring your mama, your sisters, your cousins.
Yes.
Come on, get Unleash, man.
Okay, I did not pay her to say that. Unleash doesn't even have a venue yet or a city and state, but we gonna have it again, and we gonna do it big, because I think that the intimacy in the room, as well as the wealth of knowledge that people brought, it was just awesome. Like, Shanita, can you tell me, can you drop a nugget that you got from the event?
Man,
just one nugget. I mean, just
listen. I don't even know, like all the nuggets was just so big. I think the biggest nugget that I received from Unleash, and it was something that me and a friend was literally discussing today, had a conversation with a friend, and it was increase your desire for change.
Wow.
You can't just like, oh, I want change, but you ain't making no deposits. So you got to increase your desire to want to change. So I was like, dang, man, that's good. Like, dude, like, that's a whole message.
Yeah, that's whoa.
So Unleash was it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was life changing for me. And like Tabitha said, she did not pay me to say this.
Did not.
But Unleash was freaking amazing, man. It was one of the best. It was the best gift I could have gifted to myself last year. The best gift by far.
That just made me smile inside, because I was stressed out. SKRESSEDDD. Stressed.
Okay, you got a whole new spelling.
Cool. A whole new spelling, because I was all over the place. But I'm so glad that it was great. for you, and that you felt like you really made a great investment in yourself by coming. I'm glad about that. So I want to go backwards. I know I said it was the end, but I want to go backwards and ask you about, is there anything that you do in your daily practice that you feel like helps you just with self-help and development? Do you like listen to podcasts, or do you read, or do you meditate, or is there anything that you do that you feel like actually really, really helps you as you're channeling your energy?
See, I'm gonna have to charge you.
Invoice me, boo.
Definitely do. My biggest thing is working out.
Okay.
That's the best self-care I could give to myself. I stay in the gym, man, every day. Like, when I leave here, it is 7:30 and I live 30 minutes away. I'm going to the gym.
That's so amazing.
I'm going to the gym. Even if it's just 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I hit the gym, man.
That's good.
And then I kind of meditate. I read my word. Tabitha has made me a podcast lover.
Podcast.
So I listen to some of everybody, you know, just the whole little, everybody got a little slew.
Got a little lineup.
Got a whole little lineup. So podcast is definitely, and I listen to a lot of, I'm a big fan of Dr. Matthew Stevenson, Apostle Matthew Stevenson. So I listen to him, Ty Tribute, just to name a couple of people.
Okay.
Sarah Jakes is pretty good too. I listen to her every now and then. So that's pretty much my little regimen. And I take time from my phone too.
Yes.
Like I just came off of a little come to Jesus moment, and I just put my phone on silent and was like, I'm not talking to nobody, including my significant other, just to give me that time to hear God and like say, okay, God, I'm emptying out so I can fill back up with more of you, and to give me clarity on all directions I'm taking. That's with the book, that's with the business that's in the making, that's with the move that I'm making, like everything. So just having that time to really, really take care of me and listen in, man, like glean in. God, what you got for me?
Yes, that was good. See, I'm glad I went back and asked the question. So just
maybe
so that I don't, right, just so that I don't get invoiced, because listen, I don't have the coins for an invoice. Okay, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna stop, and I just want to say thank you again for coming back on the show.
You're welcome.
And once the book drop, you're always welcome to come back. So
definitely. Thank you for having me.
Miss
I appreciate
Miss Jackson,
it.
I am so excited that Shanita came back to talk to us again. This time from a different perspective. She really dove into healing and dealing, and gave us some tips such as journaling, and just dealing with your past so that you can move forward. So thank you, Shanita. Y'all be sure to connect with Shanita on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Kick and MySpace. Nah, just kidding. Make sure y'all connect with her on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know about you, but I am so excited for her to drop this book. I have not known Shanita for a long time, but I am very interested in hearing her story and hearing what it is that she has to share in this new book. She wouldn't let us know when it was coming, so if y'all find out before me, be sure to tweet me, call me, Instagram me, email me, and let me know, and I'll do the same for you. But in order for me to know how you felt about this episode, I'm going to need you to provide some feedback, rate, review, share, hit me up on some social media. Let me know how you feel about it. In the weeks to come, we're going to have several engaging and impactful interviews from all different spectrums. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And as always, inspire someone else. Inspire someone else. Inspire someone else to be great. Inspire someone else to go for their dreams. Inspire someone else. And in return, you're going to get what is for you.